Peace, y'all. It's your girl Zizzo here with your boy Nappy Red and Kirk the Jerk, and we here Awareness Academy 411 here to bring the 411 so that we can, elaborate and expand and see where it goes from there. And I hope everybody out there had a good day. There's much to be grateful for. Some of the small things in life we try to, that'll just pay attention to a little bit more. But anywho, there's so much stuff going on right now in the world, but there's a few topics that we wanted to touch on that is entertaining, and most importantly, this is for educational purposes only.
Education purpose. We are not doctors. We're not lawyers. We're none of that. We are professionals, but not that kind of professional.
No.
So, yes. We're not that kind of professional. So whatever we say is for entertainment.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes only. And one of the things that's really just been building is Diddy. Yo, this Diddy-ish is crazy. Like, yo, did y'all see that 50 Cent? He made a documentary that he sold Netflix. Did he do it?
Did he do it? Diddy's an idiot.
50 is the ultimate
idiot.
troll, yo. Yeah. He is the troll. Like, this is what happens when you give a troll money. Like, they could do some next level shit.
He's a master. He's a master of it. I guess we could put on a video. The accusation video that they got right now, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, then him with these cases with women is like,
oh my god. Diddy got mad open cases right now. Jeez, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, what's this about?
Second this week in the suit, Sean Diddy Combs faces another new lawsuit, the second this week. In the suit filed yesterday, a woman accuses Combs of rape and sexual assault. Meanwhile, his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, is responding for the first time to graphic video of Combs assaulting her back in 2016. Our national correspondent, Jerika Duncan, has more, and we want to warn you, the details are disturbing. Jerika, good morning.
Good morning, Michelle. The details are disturbing indeed. This is now the 7th lawsuit directly accusing Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault. Ventura filed a separate lawsuit in November, which has been settled. And allegations in this suit describe Combs forcing himself onto this woman and in one encounter demanding that she take drugs. April Lampros, according to documents filed in New York County Supreme Court, says she met Sean Diddy Combs in early 1994 while she was attending the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. She says Combs promised her mentorship, invited her to parties, and showered her with gifts. But according to the filing, those gestures became abusive, and Combs began to show a terrible temper and often threatened Lampros. She alleges 4 encounters with Combs, including one in 1995, where Lampros says Combs raped her in a New York City hotel, and then another incident that year where she alleges an attendant witnessed Combs sexually assault her in a parking garage. According to the documents, when Lampros tried to distance herself from Combs, he retaliated by having her fired from her job at a restaurant. Lampros is now the second woman this week to file a lawsuit against Combs. Combs is currently facing several cases with similar accusations, all of which he has denied. Last week, disturbing surveillance video surfaced of his assault on longtime girlfriend Cassie Ventura. The singer broke her silence for the first time since its release, writing on Instagram, "Domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become," adding, "My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. No one should carry this weight alone." Combs posted an apology online Sunday in response to that surveillance video.
My behavior on that video, excuse me.
Yo, he should have never did this.
Full responsibility for my actions in that video.
It's just worse. Like,
well, Combs is also the subject of a federal sex trafficking investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. CBS News has reached out to lawyers for Combs and has not yet received a response.
Yo, you know what I found out? I don't know if you had told me that sexual trafficking is literally if you was to say one of y'all was to fly a chick out from somewhere else, and you were flying her out just with the intent of doing the do. that is considered sex trafficking.
That's a trafficking. Yes, it is.
Like, you know, I mean, of course, there is the extreme going on with people kidnapping women or coercing women and, you know, doing all types of things to traffic them. But, you know, it's crazy. Diddy is the devil.
Oh my God.
Look. I want to say, like, all this stuff with Diddy and all that, but this has been going on for years and everything. And my same question goes back to, who did he piss off to let all this out and everything? Like,
or
you know,
finally come out now, right?
Yeah, because they've been holding that for years, and now they letting it out because it's something that Diddy don't want to do for them. So they was like, okay, we gotta destroy him.
Illuminati subscription this month, you know, this year. So he got
all I'm gonna say with the whole Diddy situation, I ain't gonna lie, that last one, that case we just had was kind of sketchy. No disrespect to anybody out there who's ever been abused, and I'm not saying Diddy is innocent or guilty and proven to the court of law. Obviously, you know, this is all alleged until there's actually some proven facts. Because when I was looking at all these cases, I'm seeing that they always referencing previous accusations, but right now, besides the Cassie case, right now it doesn't show anything where he's 100% guilty and he's already been proven guilty. Everything is just speculation. So that's the reason why I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he ain't do it. My opinion, I think he did.
That's the same type of perspective people were taking when Cassie first filed, right? Yeah. And nobody wanted to believe her. But if you actually read what she put in this report, like, it was like 50 pages. This isn't one 2-page thing, you know what I mean? Like, she went into very descriptive and detailed events that happened. And people were saying that, oh, you know, I don't know, this is just alleged. You know, mad people was like, oh, they just trying to bring a black man down. And like, nah, man, like, y'all need to actually see a video to believe it. You know what I mean? And this new woman is saying, I'm not even going to put it past him now. I'm at that point where I'm not putting nothing past him. Anybody that come out, I am not going to believe him, because this dude has been terrorizing people for years.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And also, I mean, listen, I think he has something to do with Kim Porter's passing. I feel like he has something to do with a few people around him's passing. You know what I mean? Allegedly. You know,
he got a God complex, allegedly.
Because see, my thing is this. He has something to do. Allegedly, he has something to do with people like getting sick and dying and stuff like that. But who was the one that was setting all that up? Like, he couldn't. He's not capable of doing this by himself and everything.
Nah, he had the money. He just paid his people. He said, "Yo, make this happen," and people gonna do what they do for money.
No, but I'm talking about is not no hood people doing this. It's people like, just like when they said his bodyguards was SEALs and everything. Like, he got connections in the intelligent agent that he can get stuff done and covered up.
Absolutely, because he has the money.
Yeah, a lot of people was not seeing that as, like, because a couple years ago he had SEALs as his bodyguards.
Yeah,
but that's true. But it went over everybody's heads. Like, if you got SEALs for bodyguards, like you said, you got the money, but also you got the connection to get them.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's somebody higher than Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Letting them get away with all this.
Well, they were saying that other dude, the one that's the head of Warner Brothers, I forgot his name. But he's
I know you're talking about.
Boss. You know what I mean? Like, that's the dude over him.
Supposedly, Diddy got groomed by that guy. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name right now.
We ain't gonna remember his name, but at the end of the day, I remember he got groomed by that. That's supposedly what Suge Knight was saying too. And Suge Knight, and this is another thing too. Suge Knight was saying, basically, all the people that hang around Diddy is pretty much like Diddy. Yeah. So
listen, I wouldn't against him.
Yeah, and the thing is, think about it. If you know Diddy's doing all this wild stuff at his parties, why you continue to go to his parties for?
Exactly. That's my
because that's that that mentality. Oh, this is what rich people do. You know what I mean? Like we got to go out and have fun like we rich people and shit. Like if niggas is doing some freak off ish, you need to leave. What are you talking about?
Also, it's like it's money involved. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just like the Tyler Perry thing, bringing up allegedly, the dude said he was doing the movies and all that for years with him. But he was getting paid. So basically, how I see it, my opinion, is you a prostitute. Basically, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm gonna give you $200,000, $250,000 to do my movie, but I want to tap that booty too. So
I mean, listen, he said it many times. You know what I mean? Like they people come to him for money all the time. Even was it Carl Winslow?
I thought that was hilarious when I heard that. I was like,
allegedly.
Like Carl Winslow out of all people.
Allegedly.
It's crazy. It's allegedly, right? It's crazy that with Carl Winslow, the father of Family Matters, like a father figure. I don't know. That's a whole different subject.
Well, no. The other thing too,
let's talk about it.
Philip Banks too, like Philip Banks as well.
Banks, Brady Bunch.
Yo, what the heck, man? Like, come on, man. I'm sitting there.
Oh man,
but I'm like,
childhood now.
They produce so much masculine energy you would never think in a million years. I didn't see it on set. They brilliant actors. I never know. And no disrespect to anybody that's part of that system. Yeah. I'm just saying that it shocked me so much because as a kid growing up watching these shows that had good family values, I would never think.
They're actors though, but this is what I'm saying. These people are actors.
Brilliant.
You know what I mean? Like they are actors, and behind the normal them. Listen, you got to be a little something extra to even act to a point where you can get that good that it's believable. You know what I mean? Like there got to be something extra about you, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just some people, that they're well balanced with their feminine, masculine energy. Some are more towards the feminine energy. And people like to explore different things and don't want to be locked in no box. You know what I mean? So I get it, but one of the things like 50 was always clowning Diddy for was him always offering to take you shopping, so that's like what you were saying before about being a payment. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, daddy, daddy, like with Meek Mill.
What Cat Williams say? Cat Williams say you gotta tell Diddy no.
Yeah, you gotta tell Diddy no.
but okay, so if a man, Kirk, asks you, I'm gonna take you shopping, what would you say to him?
I'll be like, okay, come on, let's go. You know why, right? You know why? You know why?
We go shopping, we gotta go hang out at the hotel. Though.
No. You know why I said because as an alpha male as me, I'm an animal. You want to be in my presence. I'm an animal in a cage. So if you take me out the cage and I go with you, just know that I'm a lion next to you. So when things go wrong, I'm gonna chew you apart. So I don't mind. You want to take me? You want to spend your money on me? Don't put your hand around me. We could joke. We could giggle. Don't touch me.
But look.
Because afterwards, there ain't no obligation here. I'm a man. I'm an alpha man. I will hurt you.
But look, we said he got money, right? He got money.
Whatever. I won't touch Diddy. I'm just saying.
No Diddy.
If he invite me shopping, I'll take the clothes. And
tell me.
Like, thank you, Diddy. Bye bye.
So how about after you finish shopping, they snatch you up and hold you down?
Oh, see, you know what? I don't want to do it.
No. Hold up.
I can't fight everybody. I don't want to do it.
Hold on. Wait, Diddy was poison. He was slipping something in your drink you drank. So, you just gonna wake up with your ass off.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Let me tell you something, man. I got a cast iron stomach, so I could withstand.
Listen, I heard some stories
from back in the days. I know I can withstand some things, man.
I don't know, man. This one person said in a video I saw that, they had one drink being around him, and they felt like they had 10. And they're usually a heavy drinker because they put some shit in there. So, like I'm saying, you go out shopping with Diddy, you're gonna wake up a little later.
But look, also,
what's up, Jasmine?
like I said, he got SEALs as bodyguards, so they got stuff they can get you knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He getting that good stuff. He ain't getting that stuff that people put in the bar and slip it in your drink and then they walk you out.
Yeah, he getting that official tissue, kill people, and get people sick with stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they did say they did say it in the court allegations. Allegedly. They were saying that it was in the court allegations written down. Say that he get custom made drugs. Those drugs are custom made.
They said they be making these cocktails and stuff. Well,
so
listen,
he got custom
Diddy's going down, yo. Diddy's going down. His bodyguard said that because he knows Diddy and he knows Diddy's so vain, he said I wouldn't be surprised if he commits suicide.
But I'll be honest with you. I want his bodyguard to go down too. My opinion. You know why? There's too many people around Diddy that's talking crap right now that got a lot of skeletons in the closet. Like from what I'm hearing now, Joe Budden's.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Joe Budden. He went back and forth with his ex. What's her name? Tahiri. She said he threw her down some stairs. Damn.
Listen,
she said.
I can guarantee you, and it's sad to say, at least 50%, might even be more than 50% of the dudes that is talking any type of mess about Diddy, they are just as guilty. They've hit a woman at some point in their life, period. And then they'll say, "Oh, she hit me first." You know, if a woman hits you, then she better expect to get hit back. What y'all think about that? I'm curious your opinion. If a woman hits you, and it's like, and she hurt, like she could actually hit you, would you be hitting her back like you would a dude?
Hell no, because if we're a man, we know we're physically stronger. I mean, it takes a coward to hit a woman with the same force. No, if you hit me, I'm more likely, in my opinion, as an alpha male. I can't speak for soft men. I'm an alpha male. I know I'm stronger than regular men. So what I look like knocking you out? If anything, I'm gonna restrain you so you can't do nothing. If I could, now if I can't, I'm running.
So you're gonna restrain and just throw it. Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe throw you on a bed or something. Like, get out of here. Swing you and throw you, toss you. Whoop. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll say like this. It depends on what's going on, because you know I know some girls get knocked out dudes quickly, and you like, oh, what? So it's just like it's the predicament that you win first. You know what I'm saying? A lady will kill you quicker than a man will.
A smart man, very smart. They're not gonna just fight you straight up. They wait till you go to. So remember, you have to go to sleep as a man. We go to sleep, and if we hardworking men, we go to sleep.
Cast iron pot, baby. Cast iron pot.
You sleep heavy, bust upside the head while you sleep.
Look. I had that almost happen to me. That a girl was gonna pour hot oil on me when I went to sleep. So
you do to her? Nah.
No. It's not what you do.
She shouldn't have been doing no shit like that. That's
like yeah. We can sit and talk. Don't try to score me for life and everything. Right. And you know what I'm saying. So certain stuff, like I said, it's the predicament that you get into. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes you might have to slap shit out of somebody just to get away. That's
different.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to sit there and toe to them.
Yeah,
that's different. Though.
Lie. I've been in a situation where a dude went toe to toe with me.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'll be like this. Look,
I'll be blowing up his spot, you know, but
Look, I'll be like
still
this.
feel like I deserve justice now.
Yeah, look. If it gets that bad or whatever, I got sisters and cousins and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what? Hold up. I ain't even gonna put our hands on you. I'm gonna call up somebody so y'all can go on, get it going on. And vice versa. If I'm arguing with a girl and everything, call your brother or your father. We can get it on from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I will tear your family up. A male.
I did that before when I was arguing with a chick. I said, "Yo, get your man right now so I can knock him out. Go get your man. Go get your man. Oh, my man, he's this, he's that. My man don't play that. He from the hood. He just came home. Blah blah." She gave me the whole story. When he saw me, he just wanted to talk. He's like, "Yo, my shit is crazy." And I ain't gonna lie, the dude had me rolling. I said, "Bro, you're a cool guy. you may have to get a new woman because she trying to get you killed out of these streets. He said, oh, word. I said, yo, man, I don't do the fighting thing no more. I'm too old for that. This is not too long ago. This is like maybe 5-6 years ago.
Wow.
What I look like fighting anybody? I'm too... Man, I'm not fragile, but I'm not out here in the streets.
I ain't fighting nobody.
Not at this age.
You on that one. I say
I'm
this
too
though,
old to be fighting people. You get pew.
I'll say this though. The dude that went toe to toe with me, afterwards he started taking karate lessons. No lies. That is no cap. Who started taking karate lessons. Because he was waiting for there to be a next time. And I'm like,
so you beat the cheddar bob out of him.
I mean, I was a different person back then.
Yo, Jasmine, we appreciate Jasmine, yo. I appreciate
Absolutely. Thank you,
Jasmine.
She with her little ones right now. She said I'm partying with my little ones and family.
Oh, she taking time to watch us. Thank you.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Always much respect. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But
and you know, 7 Sinful hit us up too, man. He's like,
yeah,
salute, man.
Yeah, 7. What up, 7?
Yeah, man. Much respect, brother. Definitely, man. Yo, it's just crazy, yo, with the whole Diddy thing because he got all these allegations and you got all these cats that's coming out and speaking. I think to summarize it, it's going to be so many lawsuits happening between now until March of 2025 because they got a state law. It was a city law and then they had a state law. The city law basically says you could get your accusers for back mad years, yada, 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 and it ended a minute ago. But they also got the state law too, so it don't matter if it was New York City. As long as it's within the state of New York, you can still file that same situation. So right now, it's going to be a lot more rappers coming out getting sued because for Joe Budden's situation, for his ex, think about it. Joe Budden, his ex, coming out saying all that publicly.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
She might start getting him
Jay-Z's the next too, though. I feel like Jay-Z, because
you and my wife,
Jay-Z was like this. They even said the only person that could call me Sean is Sean Diddy said that about Jay, and Jay said that about Sean. So you know they buddy.
So
they might be buddies.
I think Jay played ball better though. I think
so. Allegedly, they I call them booty bandits.
Allegedly.
Whatever.
Well, we'll see what happens in the coming months, you know, in the coming years. And listen, that at the end of the day, we are in the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is the truth coming to light. This is the age of knowledge, the age of change, the age of feminine energy. That's why all this turmoil with men is coming up now, because this is the purge. You know what I mean? Like we have to purge. Men have to purge these attitudes and these outlooks and these behaviors in order for us to even move forward as a society. Like I've heard studies where they're saying that in the next, I think they said 30 years or so, with the trajectory that we're on, men will not be able to reproduce because of their health choices, the food that they're eating, the microplastics that are in our food. You know, there's microplastics, they've been finding it in testicles, in sperm. There's microplastics in women's bodies. Like all this stuff is playing a part and throwing off everything about us. You know what I mean? And I feel like that this right now is the turning point of those that are going to raise their consciousness and go on to this new earth of things being more peace, because with the age of Aquarius and the feminine energy coming in now, it's going to usher in 1,000 years of peace. Because when the feminine energy is on top, things run properly. This is how it ran for thousands of years before patriarchy stepped in 3,500 years ago. Once patriarchy stepped in, it threw everything off balance. You know what I mean? Like this is all the natural science, and this is another thing that I'm so appreciative is Terrace Howard coming out and making the flower of life.
That is the man right there.
He is the man. Making the flower of life public and mainstream, and all the other information. If people were to sit and watch that, it's a consciousness shifting type of interview that he did, because he's dropping knowledge on things that, one, I've been studying for years. and two, it's like this is the type of things that are gonna help people break out of the matrix. You know what I mean? Like we're in this system of society and the way it's designed with marketing and promoting these products or having these things going on that's keeping our attention away from other things. You know, there's this system that keeps our minds basically in control. You know what I mean?
That's
and
true.
They use fear to also keep our vibration low. And this is something Terrence Howard even talked about. And he even said that, you know, and I looked this up myself, he does have mad patents. And the patent that he talked about with the virtual reality.
Yeah, I looked that up.
I looked it up too, and he definitely abandoned it. And when in the interview, he said he paid $240,000 to get a worldwide patent on that product. But then he said that his lawyers just kept hitting him up for more and more and more money about it. And he's like, yo, I can't keep doing it. So he just abandoned it. And then all these other companies picked it up. You know what I mean? So now it looks like all these other companies developed it. But nah, this dude is a genius.
Yeah, you know what it is? And one other thing I will say is a lot of actors out there are extremely educated, extremely talented. They're not just limited to just being an actor.
Yeah, that's why I said you got to be a little extra to even do it, to be acting.
My thing is this. Actors, they got to memorize so much throughout their career.
And embody it too.
That comes with experience and smartness that a lot of people don't really understand. Just like when I start writing my scripts and stuff, like I didn't know about how to write scripts and all that. My brother taught me, was like, look, just sit here, write such and such and such. So when I did write my first script, I thought it was whack. I still think a lot of people said The Building is a classic, but I don't like it because that's my first project. But people say, yo, that's good. And now I see my ability to write different movies. Like I come up with different movies quick. So what Terrence was saying, how I can say this, if you listen to him and you get him, that means you up there. And some people look at him and say, oh, he crazy, oh, he don't know what he's talking about, such and such and such. But they always said the crazy people are the smart ones. So.
People been calling me crazy and weird my whole life.
No, but you want to
real talk. He's definitely speaking that high vibrational, high frequency information, and people that are in a low vibration will not hear him.
Yes.
They can listen. They're not listening. They're not able to listen. They can hear it. It sounds like wah 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 wah. That's what it sounds like to them. And then they'll call him weird or he don't know what he's talking about, or people just believe anything. It's like, no. How about you listen to something he said and go research it on your own?
Yeah,
that's it. He's very accurate. He's very accurate. Because one of the things to point out with Terrence Howard is that when he was talking about breaking down the science of it, when you pay attention to it, logically it makes sense. The way we look at things doesn't make sense, like straight lines and stuff. And then you talk about curvature, he was making so much sense. I'm sitting there like, wow. But even funny, when I was in one of my classes, I had a professor. I'm not gonna mention his name out of respect and out of safety. He did a project where it was a frequency project. It's called a frequency project that he was working on, and he wanted to show the students. He took a pen and he took a cup and he put some type of little magnet type vibration thing on it that he created on both, and the frequency is the same. When he did that, I seen him put the pen and it merged right into the cup, and then he put it out. He took it back out afterwards.
But also this is what they teach us. They teach us what they want us to know than what is really out there. So we can stay deaf, dumb, and blind and everything. So most of the stuff they teach in school, like I work in a school and they teach about Christopher Columbus and
dumbing them down.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Killing their creativity.
Yeah, but when they come to me, I tell them, like I know they be looking at me crazy. I'll be like, yo, listen, all that stuff they teaching you, That's not what happened or whatever.
Not
But
it.
I tell them, I tell them the same thing. Do your research first. I said, I can't tell you anything. I said, do your research and then come back and
public schools are literally educational indoctrination. Because if you think about it, kids are naturally born with some type of creativity, something that they love to do, something that they gravitate towards. And when you nurture that thing with them, they'll grow into something amazing. You know what I mean? And they can make a business out of that later down the line. But what they do in schools is now they just they make them sit still, can't talk, gotta walk in straight lines, talking about Christopher Columbus and slaves were, black people were slaves. Like that's not.
No, but think about what's happening right now. To get back to it, I just can't believe Governor Ron DeSantis. All right, you want to take out Black history? All right, fine. I can't even fight you because at the end of the day, why would we need somebody that don't look like us teaching Black history to our kids? I think it should be our obligation. That's one thing to point out.
I mean, it should be our obligation, but a lot of
us don't even know.
They won't.
We don't even know.
Yeah, these kids are not going to get the education that they deserve. But me personally, I don't think kids should be learning about slavery. You shouldn't learn about slavery till you get in college, honestly, because that affects their self-image on a subconscious level, and that's what programs and indoctrinates little black boys and girls and white to hate themselves. Like you ever seen those studies where they put the little black kid and the little white kid and
the doll study
on dolls, and automatically this whole idea of black being bad, white being good. But also because this has been indoctrinated through so many generations, it's now being imprinted in the DNA. So this shit is passed down to your kids.
Well, it's definitely a social construct. But I will say this: I think, in my opinion, slavery need to be taught. But I think the whole entire history need to be taught because it's not that
elementary is too early.
No, elementary is definitely too early. It's definitely too early for all that serious talk. But I would say junior high school and up, because every kid don't go to college. So the problem is if we wait for college, it'll probably
high school then.
Yeah. Okay, high school.
Yeah, but go ahead now.
Negotiate high school sounds good.
But they need to teach all different colors was slaves. It wasn't just black slaves. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they teach in the young school. So if you teach a 7-year-old about slavery and a black kid and a white kid that they were superior, so that's already programming them saying I'm superior than you because we was leading in this world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was only slaves. So when you program that into a young kid and it
goes in the subconscious. Yeah.
When I hate when people say, "Oh, it's taught by the family." No, it's not taught by the family.
By school.
It's taught by school. And they don't understand.
School breaks them down, and then their parents add to it.
But
that's what happens.
We have to teach them slavery. You know why? Because you got people like Ron DeSantis telling them, "Oh, we got skills from slavery."
You got people like Drake talking about we still slaves because he ain't learned in Canada that not to say that shit, you dummy. Like, no Kendrick, I'm Team Kendrick all day.
I like Drake's business sense. I'll say that. I like his
Drake has a machine behind him. Drake has people behind him giving him, here, say these lines, here, do this, appear here, do this, do that, okay, and I'm gonna go play with little girls on the side. Like, Drake
just allegedly,
but it's just like the president. Up. It's just like the president. He's the face of America, but the vice president and the Congress and all of them is the ones that put that work in. So you know what I'm saying? But then you had Clinton, he was getting some head and everything, but he's like, listen, I'm gonna do me. I'm the president, such and such and such and such. But it's like this world is so wicked. It's crazy.
Well, you know what? There is a wicked. I'm not gonna deny that there's not a wicked side, but there's also an amazing beautiful. You know, this planet is so beautiful, and there's so many mysteries that we have yet to be taught and learn in this generation. Like a lot of, have you ever heard of the Tartarian Empire?
Yes.
So the Tartarians actually were the ones here first. That's where a lot of these buildings, these churches that look all these amazing designs and these buildings, they were here before the Dutch came here. They've been here, and even on there it says founded in 1906. You know, or founded, because it was found. They found it, and these buildings were designed to be free energy, because they understood these principles of how to grab and attract energy and utilize it and transmute it. You know, Tesla talked about this. They burned all his stuff or kept most of it. In,
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, it's either somewhere in Area 51 or somewhere under the Vatican. Because the Vatican has 52 miles of freaking storage.
That's not even impressive. Vatican, remember, they own most of the real estate in the world.
Absolutely. Listen, religion is the biggest business on this planet. Yes, they are the number one drug pushers and got people like, I need Jesus. Hold up. Y'all need to learn that you are Christ. Y'all waiting for the Messiah, but the Christ is within you. Yeah. Jesus says it in the Bible. The Christ is within you. This consciousness is within you. And when you learn to self-love, when you learn to tap into the divine that you are, and Terrence Howard he's gonna help people do this. Like he's gonna put out.
If they don't take them out first, because they trying to right now. Yeah. This is how the phases of psychology, what they do to people that they want to get rid of. The first thing they do is they try to make them look dumb, make them look stupid. And right now it's like a 70-30 right now. 30% of the time he look like he's crazy. When you look at social media, and then 70% he's looking good. So he's breaking through the social media barriers. But they trying to debunk him. Like you got people like Neil deGrasse Tyson. When I was listening to the Joe Rogan interview, when he said Neil deGrasse Tyson, damn near was just like, he tried to talk to him about it. And Neil deGrasse
he was trying to downplay him. No, listen. I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I know he's limited by what he can and cannot say. And
he's not open-minded. He's closed-minded. He think he knows so much that
perhaps, or he's being censored, that he knows he can't talk about certain things, or else he's going to take the food out of his belly. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So that's why like Shannon Sharp with his BS.
Oh, he a clown, straight.
He a drama queen.
Not the way he did Amanda Seals, I wanted to reach through and just smack him.
Oh, man.
And then, did you see the one with the comedian? What's his name? That white comedian. When he said that, he's like, you don't protect black women. And Shannon Sharp laughing and shit like that.
You talking about
what's
the guy he just had on?
I forgot the comedian's name. He's mad cool. He only deals with black women.
Yeah, what's his name again? Damn.
Is it Mike or is it Steve? One of them.
Damn, I forgot his name. I was just watching this shit. Damn it! I hate when I don't know something.
But either way, like Terrence Howard is definitely blowing open people's awareness, bringing the awareness of the flower of life. From my studies with the flower of life personally, and I started studying the flower of life years ago. I mean, I can't show it, but I have a huge, a picture, like size of the bed, the length of the bed over my bed. Like every time I look at the flower of life, I'm always in gratitude because I truly understand what it is, and it helps to center me because I know what it is. You know what I mean? And if I'm going to just give it long story short, every single thing that you can think of, from the table to the sound that you hear, the light that you see, everything is made of the flower of life. You, me, everything is made of it. And if in layman's terms, I'll be brave enough to say it, because a lot of people they get scared to say it. It is what God is. God is, everything is made of it.
And I say that all the time. God is not a person. Huh? In my opinion, in my estimate, God is not a person. He's more like a force.
Well, it's
more
a
like
consciousness.
Yeah, it's a consciousness.
God is a consciousness, and consciousness manifests itself into many different ways. It manifests itself physically and non-physically, and it manifests itself through this pattern, the flower of life. Like you, the way when the sperm met the egg, right? It went through a process called meiosis, which is when the cells started to split 2 to 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, so on and so forth. That is the same exact pattern in the flower of life. Same exact pattern. Like you're literally made of it. Like the symmetry of your face is the golden ratio. You can measure your hand, like all these different measurements. These are not by accident. That's why it says in the, if I'm bring up the Bible, or they say that, you are perfect, because you are, and you're perfectly who you are in every single moment. When people are like, oh, I'm not perfect. Yes, you are.
You're perfect in your own way, your own makeup, your own matter.
Just exactly what. So if you're an asshole, you're a perfect asshole. If you're a good person, you're a perfect good person. If you're an idiot, you're a perfect idiot. Like anything that you are, you've perfected it because that's how you became it. You know what I mean? Like a woodpecker is not going to be a perfect seagull. You know what I mean? A woodpecker is a perfect woodpecker. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Like one can't be the other. It is what it is, and it's perfect as it's just perfect. Like you can look at the conch shell of if you go to the beach, or you might have seen the swirl. That's the golden ratio. What's the other term it's called? I can't think of it. Pi. Like all this stuff is music tones. The rainbow. He even broke down the periodic table of elements into octaves and frequencies, and I'm like, oh.
And basically how they behave. And what I found interesting about the whole matter is that certain sounds of signals and waves sent through your body can change the chemical reaction. And like, let's say if there's two particular elements binding together, but they're not equally mates, they just binding together. Now that mate come into the play, and a certain signal that's being sent can make it break away from the other thing and go right into the person that's bonded with. Basically, with Terrace Howard, I grasped from him is that everything has an opposite to it, opposite and then connecting mate. Mm-hmm. Everything has a mate. So even in science, everything has a mate. Like is an opposite into it.
Dark,
and also
light,
connect together.
Up, down, left, right. Inside,
good, bad,
outside.
evil.
That's the law.
Evil. Yeah.
And this is where the natural laws come in, because you have the law of opposites. The law of opposites states that, like I said, you can't have a left without a right. You can't have an up without a down. You can't have an inside without an outside. You got the law of rhythm. Then the other one, a lot of people probably heard of, the law of attraction. You have the law of transmutation. You have the law of gender. The law of there's so many laws, and these are laws. Like we can't change it. Like this is just the way reality works. Period.
Yeah, but they try to change it.
They're just fucking with it.
Boy, they try to make a boy to a girl to a boy.
Oh well, that's the social construct surface. You know what I mean? Like I also understand that everything has, like, let's just say people, right? Men and women both have feminine and masculine energy, and I will say allegedly that because of the food that we've been eating, the water that we drink, and the air that we breathe has been messing with our hormones, so to say, which would make masculine more feminine and feminine more masculine, because it's throwing it off, right? Because somebody's just messing with our biology. But on an etheric level, we're always going to be a mixture of both. And I know for myself, I don't know if it's just because of my upbringing, or maybe if this is just the way I was born. Maybe in my past life I was a dude, but I have maybe a little bit more masculine energy than a lot of women. You know what I mean? And I've learned to embrace that about myself. You know what I mean? Like, I can still look cute, but don't get twisted. You know what I mean?
I can still fight.
Huh?
I can still fight.
And I can just get the job done. You know what I mean? Because masculine energy is about getting the job done. You know what I mean? But at the same time, feminine energy is the same. And I love what Terrence Howard said it. There's no straight lines. You know what I mean? Like there's everything is feminine. It's all curves. Even the way your body is designed. Like you tell me where in your body is something a straight line? Nothing. Nothing. Not a cell. Not a vessel, a vein. Nothing is a straight line. You know.
Now, what do y'all think about this?
Oh, bro, is wild, yo.
You know what's funny about it is the fact that they did a Tubi thing together. Eddie Winslow, for anybody that don't know, or Darius McCray, whatever his real name is, they did a Tubi thing together, and apparently he's stating that he's not homosexual. Not trying to offend anybody from whatever community you
just
come from.
Embrace it.
He said he's straight and he was deceived about that person. What's the name? Sydney Starr. So he was being deceived by her. He thought he was with a woman. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, it's hard to say, and this is the world we live in. Look at technology. She looks like a woman. So it bothers me because
she don't.
If I was on a dating pool, she doesn't look. No, look at.
She don't look like a woman to you?
Nah, you don't want. Come on, we heterosexual men. We can be honest. That look like a woman. Might not be the best looking woman, but it look like a woman. That look like a woman to me.
Look at her face.
Yeah,
she got a man face.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay,
they took pills. Think about it. They took medication. When she was early, so it helped shape her. You know, it's like they test. What is it? Testosterone blockers, estrogen pills, so it can help shape your body more into a woman look as you get older. If you catch them early enough,
her body looks like a woman. So anybody that's on this right now, let me know how her face looks. Like,
I know some strong looking people. I know some strong looking women that look like dudes.
You know how many people that aren't necessarily attractive have a nice body and people pay no mind to their face? You know what I mean? Like most guys are just looking for a hole. And if she I'll just give it to her. If she got the full surgery and she got the vajayjay.
I'm gonna kill myself.
If that's the case,
that could be any of us, bro. We could say, here's the thing. Let's measure it like this. We could say she's the ugliest chick. Let's say we at a club and we drinking. She could be the ugliest chick, but she almost like can take one from the team. We won't know the difference. We with your fellas, it'd be like take one for the team, and that one comes up. I'd be mad because I find out I will have to. I murder him. I think I take my own life.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not getting too drunk to feel up on nobody, and do all that crazy stuff. Like I said,
as a young, your young years.
Look. When I grew up in Park Hill, there was a man that was dressed up as a woman, a she, or whatever you want to call her. Yeah. She was a Spanish person. So when I moved to Park Hill,
I think I know who you're talking about.
She was.
Let's not say names.
No. I don't know.
I ain't saying no name.
I don't know the name, but I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. It was a she in my building. Right then and there, I was young at the time, but it questioned like, why is this man? And you can tell she's a man. So from that right there, I never trust a woman.
But technology, the problem I have right now is that technology got so much better.
Red, you gotta clean it up a little because you got a lot of sensitive people out here that like he. Yeah, that is a trans woman.
Whatever, but allegedly, like I said, it's just like my thing is this: you got people that I'm from the old school. And everything, you know what I'm saying? And with all this gender and gay or no gay or trans, whatever, it's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just putting it in different names and categories. That's about it.
I think from a psychological standpoint, when you look at the DSM-9, now I'm not even going to bring that up. I'm not even going to talk about the DSM-9. I'm not even going to talk about the psychological book, the diagnosis book. I'm not a
You gonna have
psychologist
people
anyway.
jumping in on you.
Nope. I refuse. All I'm gonna say is that if I'm in a club and the club is dark, and let's say I'm single, I'm out here ready to mingle. This is what we have to deal with nowadays because the technology is different. Technology got so good that before, like for example, and I don't want to say too much. I would say this: I know a few customers that I do business with that you can't. I know you can. If I show you pictures, you can't tell that they are what they are. But I know they are because I knew them when they was men. But technology got so good, and it scares me.
But look,
for other people,
I tell people this: I'm going to the library to meet somebody.
Yes.
I'm not going to no club.
Yeah, you know what though? I can even be worried myself because you have trans men too,
and they look like dudes.
And I seen one, I seen one on TikTok. I was like, if he never said that he used to be a woman, I would have never thought it. Like at all. I'm talking dude, diesel, facial hair, look straight dude.
Pretty boy.
Like, wow.
Yeah, right? Well, I'm
gonna say one thing. Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna say one thing. Use your third eye to look.
Third eye don't work all the time, bro.
No.
You drinking, you in the club, and you getting saucy. Think about as an older person.
That don't got nothing to do with it.
No, think about it. Think about it. As an older person, all right, at this age, at my 40-something-year-old age, I know that I have a better opportunity not getting caught up in a situation like this. But as a 20-something, you got to look at your lens of a 20-something-year-old person. Think about how you were as a 20-something. I know I was
dumb and full of cum.
I was stupid. I was responsible, but dumb at the same time. I was a little bit, it's an oxymoron. I was a little bit on both sides.
Okay, so it's like, what did I say earlier? Yeah. What was our test back in the days? And I'm talking about back then.
That's funny,
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it online. But that was our test.
That was a test. I know you're talking about. Like, that was something.
Stop it.
I remember that.
But what if you do it and it's not there, though?
I'm not doing all that. Nah.
Yo, but I'm just saying. Think about it.
You gotta come with your birth certificate, boo.
That's not good enough. They get them changed.
No.
Oh, shoot.
Nah, it better be them old ones that it's on the little paper or that long page.
Yeah, I told Curtis this. We got to see your first and second grade picture. If I can't see your first and second grade picture, I'm not.
All right, that's a good one.
But it's a damn shame that it has to come to that. What say if you be like, oh, let me see your kids, trying to find that the kids adopted, you don't even know they look like them.
No. I want to see your first. If like say if I wasn't married or nothing and I met a girl, I'd have been like, let me see your first and second grade picture.
Yeah, where's your yearbook at? Let me look
exactly. At your yearbook. If they can't produce that, no.
Oh,
you say, no.
I'll be like, oh man. Yeah, let me tell you something, man. I'm so glad that I'm married now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I fear for my kids because they, they still finding their way and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it is? Kids nowadays are more accepting to things that I'm not. Like I'm not accepting to.
Oh hell yeah, because
these kids they grew up in that stuff.
Their exposure is ridiculous. Like imagine, I remember when I was a kid and cable TV, and you trying to get to a certain channel, you had to keep switching back and forth just to catch a little glimpse of something. Now you just can go on the phone and just pull it up.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You can see a full-fledged movie is having a VHS, bro. Like a VHS.
Look. It was the wiggly line. So, oh, I see a titty. Oh, I see this.
You remember that? Yo.
That's what I'm saying. Like you trying to switch back. Like, oh, I just seen the booty. Like, that nipple. Yo, was that a nipple, yo?
Yo, bro.
Oh, like it was so taboo. It was
you know what we used to do? We used to get a DVD. We used to get a DVD from the store. I'm talking about I'm a shorty. I shouldn't even be having it like this. I used to sneak the DVD and get busy. I didn't know nothing about this stuff, yo. And I grabbed. I used to get the DVD and not DVD. I'm sorry. cassette.
VHS.
VHS.
Yeah, the VHS.
I forgot we old, right?
You had to rewind it.
And my man, we used to share.
We used to want to keep it at.
Yeah, we used to share it with each other. Yo, fam, I got Booty Talk 69. Yo, take this. That's good. Word. Know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
That was my joint.
You could close out this video. It's starting to bug me out a little bit, but no, real talk. Like it was VHS tapes, and then they went that diesel pack.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't even sneak it. Like
like,
let me try to hide that. Like nah, it was in this extra big box. Yeah, I know.
But look, we used to go on 42nd Street and watch the karate flicks, right? And we'll go into the peep shows, 25 cents.
Oh, how the peep shows are? I used to always be on 42, so I never went in one. Man, it was cool.
Wasn't it just a TV?
Cause look, we used to go in the ones where the lady was in the glass, just like in Amsterdam and all that.
Oh, okay.
Man, listen.
Well, I never seen that one. The one I went to, it was a video. Like
I'm old school. I'm old school for real.
Old school. It's like shoot, the porn I used to watch. You know, they was behind the
glass and everything.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I thought was kind of funny? It was this porn thing that I was seeing on TV. It was a regular movie, but it had it where the guy put his thing in a hole and then the girl on the other side. A presumption of a woman. Yeah. Yo, that's some scary business because all right, back then it was legit.
Yo,
think about it, have something like that now. It might be a dude on the other side.
Now, remember when Dave brought that up? He said that the gays from back in the day, they had it rough compared to now. He said it was called the glory hole. You know, you just put your thing through it and just hope for the best. Like,
wow, man, that's nuts.
That's crazy.
And you don't know you don't even know who you getting busy with. You know what I'm saying?
You just put it in there and just hope for the best.
Hope for the best. And,
that's scary business.
That's so nasty.
No, but that's what. I'm gonna segue this right back into energy. When you're in a low vibration, most society keeps people in the lowest parts of their vibration, which is the root chakra, right? And back to what we were talking about with the different frequencies and the colors, like your body is just like a rainbow. Like you have the same frequencies, like you have your crown chakra, you got your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra. There's other chakras that are above, but I'll just focus on those 7, right? And your root chakra is related to your primitive, like your what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you're just more wanting to be sexual, you know, it keeps you giving that energy rather than using it for something creative and bringing it up, you know, and getting past the ego and not feeling safe and the fear, like all these fear-based beliefs that we're just hammered with on a day-to-day basis. Like just think of the news alone. The news does not report good-ish most of the time. They probably give you 1 or 2 good positive stories and the rest is just, this happened in this place and this happened in this place and this happened and this stuff ain't even nowhere near you. You know what I mean? Like I know where I'm sitting right now, and they're telling me about something that's happening in the Bronx, and I'm like, why do I need to know that for?
It's programming. It's all about programming.
Programming to keep you in fear, to keep you worried, to keep you in that low vibration. And since we are not, you know, it's changing a bit, but since we've been predominantly in that primitive space, that root chakra, that's why all these different things about sexuality is such a big deal, because everybody's in that root chakra, and even though we're all guilty of it, porn keeps you there too.
Pornhub. Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yo, who pays for? Yo, you know what's funny? Me and my coworkers, we idiots. We talk about a lot of stuff because I work with nothing but men, and they all alpha males, assholes, jerks, all that. I say it. They're probably watching this podcast right now. They talk about the wildest stuff, so I join it because I'm an asshole too. That's why I'm Kurt the Jerk. And they was talking about, I would never pay no subscription for it. Would I just watch clips all day long and get off? I'm like, you nasty son of a. He said, I just look at the little 3-minute clips. I'm like, damn, bro. He said, I'm not paying for that.
Rewind.
He said, they think they're giving you a sample. No, they give you everything you need to get off. He said, He said, this one guy, one of my coworkers, like, yo, my wife backed up. This is what I do. I don't have to worry about nothing. I lock myself in the bathroom. I get busy with myself. Like,
oh my God!
Thanks for letting me know. I wanted to know that. I appreciate you. That's
yeah, now anytime you go in the bathroom, you wonder, like, what you doing in there?
Yo, we did. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes
why you taking so long?
Yeah, work is like high school, man. They said
I think the world is freaking high school, yo, because
it feels that
people
way.
have not graduated high school yet.
Yeah.
Like, you could be at work and be around 40, 50-year-olds, and they're still acting like high school
people. Yeah.
It's like, you know what it is? It seems like once we got out of high school, where there was all these rules and stuff that we had to abide by, now we're out of high school, and that high school mentality is still there, but just reign free. You know what I mean? Like, now you can just terrorize anybody.
I know a lot of people that got their masters and all that shit is dumb
and
as
emotionally immature. Yeah.
Well,
that's also the emotional maturity, you know, and back onto what I was talking about with, you know, chakras and all that. This all comes from learning emotional intelligence to bring yourself out of your root chakra, to raise up. You have to learn emotional intelligence. You have to understand what your emotions are, learn how to sense them within yourself, and learn how to take control, meaning where you step back for a moment and analyze what you're experiencing in that moment, and understand that situation in that moment is just a trigger. There's something else going on here that's been here. I've felt this before. This is not the first time I ever felt this before, you know, and that's part of emotional intelligence. And the more people to educate themselves and meditate, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's 5 minutes a day, 2 minutes a day, like, meditate, like, center yourself, become present in the moment. Like, these are the things that'll help to raise you out of those lower vibrations, you know. So being that we're the Awareness Academy 411, you know, I got to give you the 411 on how to actually raise your vibration. Like, I ain't gonna just say it, you know. So a quick meditation I could just tell people to do is follow your breath. You know what I mean? Like, sit with yourself one day and just
be careful with that one.
To how you're breathing. Why, that you don't hold your breath too
long?
long?
I said follow. Some people can't. Some people be careful to follow their breath. It might knock them out.
Oh
my God!
Maybe you need to take a nap. No night.
But look, you all right on that, because when I was running around I definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, sat down, and like Capadonna said, I had a by myself meeting, because you gotta learn different stuff. You can't just run out there and don't know what's going on. So yeah, you 100% right.
Well, the thing is, we've been trained to ignore ourselves. Like, you wake up with you every morning and you go to bed with you every night. And if the relationship that you have with yourself is not a comfortable relationship, then that means you have work to do. And how that's going to manifest in your life is that you're going to have people in your life that are not valuing you, that are ignoring you, that are not going to care about the way you feel, that are going to keep stealing from you or doing things to hurt you. And they're just showing you that you're doing the same thing to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you wake up in the morning, if the first thing you're doing is grabbing your phone and looking through going to social media, in that moment, you just ignored yourself. You just completely ignored yourself, and then you get mad when other people ignore you. Or if you feeling some type of way and you feeling triggered and you're like, oh, I need to go do something, and you go work. You know, you got people that'll work themselves and keep working just so that they don't have to sit with themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the real way to get through these things is to go through them. Like, people are afraid, like, oh, if I sit with this pain, then it's not going to stop. Yes, it will. You have to sit with it. Let it express itself. Let it get out. You know what I mean? Like, when you're learning how to transmute, which another word is integrate, when you want to heal these traumas, these out of aligned beliefs that has you in these lower vibrations, like, the best way to put it is, imagine you are this light, right? You were born this light, and over time, different society, your parents, your different experiences just muddied it up, just covered it up, right? And as you keep growing, then it just keeps layering and layering and layering. But the light is still there. So when you're doing these meditations and you're delving into learning emotional intelligence and learning how to love yourself, you're going to slowly peel these layers back to where you'll start to see the light more. And the more you get used to seeing that light, then you'll know the difference of when you're not in it. And then you're like, oh, that's another layer I can peel back. And then when people trigger you, it will become, you get excited, like, ooh, I got an opportunity to peel back a layer so I could get closer to my light. You know what I mean? And this will even play into manifestation, where people want to manifest the most amazing life. If anyone that knows about manifestation, like, oh, I want to manifest a better car, or I want to manifest more money. I want to manifest a good relationship. You have to become that by peeling those layers back to get it out of the way, because anything that you want is trying to get to you, but it's you that's in the way of it. Those layers that need to be peeled back is in the way, because if you're believing, if you have a subconscious belief that you're unworthy and you don't deserve to have good things, right? How is the good thing going to come in if you're in the way? This is the thought of, I don't feel worthy. And this isn't a conscious thought. This is connected to that trigger. You know what I mean? When the person that you love didn't answer your text message right away, and you feel some type of way. If that person that you love, didn't call you when they said they were, or they didn't do this thing that you needed them to do, that feeling that you get, anger, that is connected to, in that moment, you're not feeling valued. You're not feeling loved. And that has nothing to do with them. That's a you thing. That's a old belief that you have in there that's in the way of you receiving the love, because you're not believing that you deserve it. So when you peel the layers.
Okay, so tell me this. You talking on that. So people with depression and stuff like that, that's the same thing? Like, in
my opinion, I call depression emotional constipation, because you're depressing and holding in these emotions, and you're not releasing them. You're just depressing one on after the other, the other, and you're literally depressing yourself because you're not releasing it. And the only way to release it is to acknowledge it, is to bring that light to it. You know what I mean? And whenever you go into a dark room, you, in order to see around, you got to flash light around.
That's light, yes.
You know what I mean? So your awareness is light. So when you shine your awareness in a dark space, a dark part of you, it now brings it to light. So now that you can interact with it and give it whatever it needs, because that's all those distressed parts of you that have just been layering and layering for years and years and years and years, that has never been told I'm sorry, that has never been told I love you, that has never been held when you were crying. Nobody was there to comfort you. This whole idea of, if you hold a child, you're spoiling it. No, you're not. You're not spoiling them, because they need that connection. That is connection. We are so disconnected from ourselves. That's why there's disconnection in the world. You know what I mean?
The kids and all that, like the kids in school, woo, they disconnected.
Yeah, real. Because they are craving connection. That's why they acting up. Yeah, that's a fact. That's exactly why they act up, because in that moment they're getting attention. They're getting some type of connection, but they're reaching for the more lower vibrational type of connection. That's not going to uplift them. It's just going to keep depressing and getting more and more layers. Yeah. And then they're going to grow up like, why is my life so fucked up? Like, it's really not. It's just you have a lot of beliefs going on that you got to tend to. But I could talk about this all night. But what I will say is, anybody out there that's watching, if you have any questions that you want me to talk about with these type of things, even if you want me to talk about different processes, hit us up. Maybe we'll just do a whole podcast where not a whole one, but I'll talk.
We could. Even people could check YouTube videos, 432 hertz. You want to sleep at night with 432 hertz because it helps soothe your body and put your body in the best state. It helps you vibrate at a better state of mind. So 432 is very important. So you can always go to YouTube and you can find it, and they actually have that video.
That's the frequency of love, by the way. 432 is the frequency of love.
Yep.
That's why it feels so good. And when you love somebody, it feels good. Why? Because you are love and you're allowing yourself to be love in that moment. That's why it feels good. And when you're mad at them, you're not being love in that moment. That's why it don't feel good.
That's
So
true.
it's all about just being love, man.
Yeah. Also, sometimes sit and have a by yourself meeting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hash out a lot of stuff with yourself and everything.
Absolutely. Write it down if you have to.
Yeah. It definitely helps and everything. And if y'all want, like she said, if y'all want to talk about something, hit the comments.
Hit me up. Yeah.
What y'all want to talk about. And you know what I'm saying? We'll probably try to get y'all on to talk about it. Stuff.
Yeah, that I'll even go as far as saying if anybody wants to have a private session with me where I can walk you through the process, go to my website, manifesthappinessnow.com, and just schedule an appointment. You know what I mean? And I can do a consultation with you and, you know, get you accustomed to the process of what will happen, and then we'll go from there. You know, and you will be shocked at what your mind can do.
You can come right on the site, and it's awesome. You know, there's a lot of good information on here. She also got a video that she explains certain details and stuff. You can get her book on Amazon. You go right on Amazon, and you can get the audio version of it. Let's say if you don't got time to sit there and read, they got the audio version. Or let's say if you want the hardback, you get it delivered to you. You can read Amazon, it that way. And Amazon basically much got all that. So you definitely got to go to Zizzle Life and say your website again? manifesthappinessnow.com. manifesthappinessnow.com, and go there so you can get your book, and it's going to help move things in your life, put you in a better perspective, and help you look at things in a different perspective. One of the books I read was Stage 4, basically explaining how Wendy's life when she went through stage 4 cancer at a young age, and I'm so happy that she's been free for 19 years.
Yes,
you know, so there's a lot of people that's going out here catching cancer, and right now we're not going to go with the conspiracy thing, but we just know that there's a lot more people nowadays catching cancer, and they're trying to figure out what ways of preventive measures.
They're developing cancer.
Yeah, I said catching.
Yeah, develop it because.
No, we're not gonna get. We're gonna say the
see what my take on cancer and you know just the experience and how I got through it, and it's a real good read. You know, a lot of people say they're like, "Oh wow, this is a good book." You know, it's a good story. And Chubb Rock did the forward. Shout out to Chubb Rock, the legendary Chubb Rock. You know, you know, looking out and doing the. Actually, he's the one that gave me the idea to write the book. You know, his wife had just passed away of cancer when I met him, and I had just survived cancer, and he was like, "Oh wow, you know, you should write a book about that." You know, and I was like,
I never knew that.
I know at that moment you was like, "Write a book? What you mean?" And then afterwards you did it, and it's awesome.
Then I just did it one day, and it was very therapeutic. It really was. It helped me to get past a lot of the PTSD, the complex PTSD that I developed because of the cancer. So, and just that whole experience in life in general.
I think you struggle. I think you struggle streaming right now.
Yeah.
Gotta love the internet. The internet always.
I love it.
Stuff.
The 411.
Well, we're gonna let everybody go anyway.
We can talk about this stuff all night, but you know we got to save something for next week. So you know, right now the screen is frozen, but everybody you can still hear me. But listen. I hope y'all enjoyed another episode of Awareness Academy 411. Again, I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo. We here with Nappy Red, Kirk the Jerk, and we here to just bring you that good information, you know, expand your awareness, and, you know, give you a little bit of something to take with you every time, you know, you come to meet with us. So, peace, y'all. Have a great night until we see you again next week.
Peace,
Also, I want to say, if y'all want any topics to talk about, definitely inbox.
Hit us up.
Let us know.
Hit us up. You know, you can hit us on our YouTube channel, Awareness Academy 411 on YouTube. Actually, we actually gonna have a network. So eventually, when we actually launch and get more popular, people more to come on our podcast. Not necessarily come on it, but they can have their own space on our network. So we building a network for everybody to use it to enlighten people. So that's coming in the future.
Sounds good.
That's a fact.
So everybody, it's been very well. It's been great. And Zizzo still struggle streaming. Oh,
I know. Listen, I gotta get a new laptop, man. I just gotta use my other one because I need to just let this one go.
It's like don't do that to me.
I gotta get the other one next week.
All right,
y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Salute.
Peace to riches.